Now, what if you had multiple transition components on your page though? Because maybe you don't just want to animate the removal and addition of this paragraph, but also of this div or of any other element. Theoretically, that works, but you will face a problem. Vue always adds the same CSS classes to all elements, which basically means you will use the same animations and transitions for all elements. Maybe that is your requirement, maybe that is what you want, but maybe you want different transitions for different transition components on your page. And that's why you can customize those names here. We could, for example, name this para enter from, para enter active, para enter to, and the same for the leaf classes instead of the v dash thing at the beginning. But with that, Vue of course wouldn't know that these are the CSS classes it should add and analyze. Instead, with just the names changed here, we have no animation because Vue will stick to its default vEnter from, vEnter to, and so on class names. We need to tell Vue that for this transition component here, it should add the para dash classes. And we do so by adding a special name prop to the transition component. Here you add your custom prefix, which in my case is para, but which can be anything you want. And if you do that, now these para dash enter from, enter active, enter to, and so on classes will be added and managed and analyzed by Vue. So now with that, if you reload, the animation is back. So this name can be set and customized so that you can have multiple different transitions and transition component usages, most importantly, in the same component. Now, one more word about the naming here. You can define your own custom prefix as I explained here with the name prop in cases where you want to replace the entire class names. So you don't want to work with para enter from, para enter active, para enter to, and so on, but you want to use totally custom CSS class names here. For example, because you're using some third-party CSS animation library, which gives you certain classes you need to add where you can't change the names. For such cases, you can add more props here instead of name. You can add a enter to class prop and define your enter to class name, enter active class prop, and so on. So here you can then define your CSS class names that should be added during the enter to phase, the enter active phase, and so on. So instead of vEnter to or para enter to, you would then add some class, and so on. Now that's not what I'm doing here. I'll revert this to name equal para, but I want to make you aware of that so that you know that you have full flexibility when it comes to these names and when it comes to which CSS classes are added at which point of time.